Star Trek Strange New Worlds has a doctor problem in Season 3, but we think this casting solves it. Star Trek Strange New Worlds has always thrived on its ability to marry nostalgia with fresh storytelling, giving fans a prequel experience that's simultaneously familiar and thrillingly new. Season 3, however, has presented the show with an unexpected challenge, a doctor problem. Unlike the TOS-era episodes where Dr. McCoy's sharp wit and moral compass were constants, Strange New Worlds has struggled to define its chief medical officer's role in ways that resonate with the modern audience while still honoring the franchise's legacy. But with one intriguing casting choice, it seems the writers might have finally found the solution. From the very first season, Dr. M'Benga, played by Babs Olusanmoken, has been a capable and understated presence aboard the USS Enterprise. Season 1 leaned into the classic Star Trek dynamic, Spock's logic balanced by the Doctor's ethical heart. However, in Season 2, while the character continued to perform admirably, he began to fade into the background during major story arcs. Unlike McCoy, who often drove the emotional narrative or provided crucial moral guidance, M'Benga's storylines often felt incidental, relegated to medical crises or exposition-heavy dialogue. This was fine for background flavor, but it left fans craving a doctor with more narrative heft, someone who could spark tension, humor, and insight simultaneously. Season 3, in its first episodes, only underscored this issue. The Enterprise faces increasingly high-stakes missions, political intrigue with the Klingons, scientific anomalies, and even temporal anomalies, but the Doctor rarely steps beyond the procedural. Unlike Spock or Captain Pike, who have vibrant personal stakes driving their actions, M'Benga's character arc felt static. It's not that the writing ignored him entirely, rather, the show seemed unsure how to integrate a medical officer meaningfully into the broader story. In a series so deeply invested in character-driven plots, a sideline doctor feels like a glaring gap. Enter the casting that could finally solve this problem. Dr. Sybil "Sib" Carter, portrayed by an actor with a track record for blending gravitas and charisma in ensemble casts. While details about her character remain scarce, early hints suggest Carter is not merely a replacement for M'Benga, but a complementary force, a doctor who challenges, inspires, and occasionally irritates her colleagues. In other words, a doctor in the classic Star Trek sense, a figure whose medical expertise intersects with ethical dilemmas, emotional drama, and even occasional humor. Why does this casting feel so promising? For one, the actor brings a natural energy that can redefine how the audience experiences the medical role aboard the Enterprise. Past Star Trek doctors, McCoy, Crusher, Phlox, were never just physicians. They were confidants, moral anchors, and catalysts for conflict. They asked the hard questions and sometimes broke protocol in pursuit of what was right. From early promotional clips and set photos, Carter's character appears poised to carry this mantle, confident, empathetic, and intellectually formidable, with the potential to spark both witty banter and emotional depth. Moreover, the introduction of a strong new doctor opens storytelling avenues that Season 3 desperately needs. Imagine Carter and Spock sparring over the ethics of a risky scientific experiment, or Pike and Carter navigating a crisis where protocol clashes with morality. These interactions could infuse the series with the tension and warmth that classic Star Trek thrived upon, elevating not just the Doctor, but the entire ensemble dynamic. In essence, the Doctor problem isn't just about a lack of screen time. It's about lacking narrative centrality. Carter could correct this, ensuring the medical role is indispensable to both plot and character development. Fans might worry about the integration of a new character mid-season. Star Trek has occasionally stumbled with late additions to a tight-knit crew, but the series has a strong precedent for successfully weaving in fresh personalities. Consider the introduction of Crusher in TNG's second season. Initially met with skepticism, she quickly became indispensable. If Carter is handled with the same thoughtful approach, she could not only resolve the Doctor problem, but also invigorate the series in ways that resonate with longtime fans and newcomers alike. Finally, the Doctor problem isn't purely about character utility. It's about identity. Strange New Worlds thrives on the personalities aboard the Enterprise, and a compelling doctor anchors the ship's ethical and emotional core. Carter's casting signals that the writers are aware of this need and are taking steps to ensure that Season 3 is not just a series of visually spectacular episodes, but a fully realized ensemble story. The Doctor, after all, becomes